I'm going to move on to the next sponsor, Glean, and that is Lee Chambers is going to do a quick 15-minute presentation on Glean and their products. Meet Glean, simple, effective note-taking for everyone. And Lee, it's all yours.
Cool. So just give me 2 seconds. I'm going to start sharing my screen. And if you can just give me the thumbs up that this is displaying. Perfect. Good. So, pleasure to be on here. As you may be able to tell from my accent, I am based in the UK. It's currently nearly 8:30 at night. Hopefully we'll not get distracted by my 2 kids who seem to be playing in the room next door. Nothing I can do about that, unfortunately. Now, I am going to spend pretty much all of the time that I've got showing you our tool. So I've got one slide. It's the one that you're looking at the moment. And it's just to quickly introduce you to Glean. Glean is a note-taking tool designed to help anybody who finds it difficult to take notes in lectures, in class, in meetings, interviews. It's used quite extensively both in education and the workplace. And what I like to say is, if you are interested in what I show you in the next 10 to 15 minutes, what I would encourage you to do is ask for a free copy of this, because we are more than happy to set you up with an evaluator account, because I'm a firm believer that you can sit and watch me demonstrate this or watch videos that we've pre-done, but the best thing for you to do to really understand this is to give it a go yourself. And the software is simple enough, it's not complicated, that you will hopefully have the confidence to be able to go and do that after this demo. So that is my email address. Drop me an email if you're interested. I'll put that into the chat later, or perhaps Becky will do that on my behalf. Get in touch and I'll get you set up so you can give all this a go yourself. That's the introduction. Now on to the demonstration. So Glean itself, you can use this on any platform. So I'm going to show you how this works on my laptop. I'm on a Mac at the moment. This would also work on a Windows device, a Chromebook device. You can also do this on your mobile as well. So Android and iOS users, you can also do this. And I'm just going to take you through the key features, the essential functions of how you would use this in a classroom. So I am logged in to my Glean account. And I'm going to pretend I am a student about to attend a class and show you how I would use this tool to help me with the note-taking process. So I'm going to go ahead and start off a new event. And the first thing I will do is give my notes a name. So we are all going to be students in a physics class for the next few minutes. Now, the fundamentals of using Glean are all around recording what's said, and then taking some brief notes, and then afterwards playing those notes back and writing your notes up in more detail. But a lot of the time, the tool is used within education and in educational environments, and also training events like this. Quite often, people will not just be talking, they'll be using presentation slides. So it's not essential to using the tool, but I'm going to import some presentation slides in this and show you how that also works. Now, you can import your slides at any point in time in Glean. I'm actually going to import them now before I start talking. So I'm going to go and click my import slides button. And I've got some slides on time travel, which is the class that we're all pretending we are going to attend now. These slides can be in PDF or PowerPoint format, whichever you need them. And then my slides will just sit here on the side. So what do we do next? Well, when the class starts, we go and click this record button, and then we start recording. And you can choose where you record the audio from, because if you're in the same room as the person doing the talking, you will want to record from your microphone on your device. But if you are on a webinar, like you all are now, or perhaps you are learning from a video, you'll want to record your screen audio instead. So you basically choose the option which is most appropriate for using. I'm obviously in the same room as my computer doing this demo, so I'll choose the mic option. So what happens is, as soon as we start recording in Glean, all of the audio is captured. And it not only records the audio, but it visualizes it on screen. So those gray blocks that you see appear on the right-hand side here, it's just a visualization of what I'm saying. And it breaks this down into blocks based on pauses. Now, the point of recording is really to free you up. Because ideally, when you're taking in information, especially for the first time, you want to be focused on listening. You maybe want to be more focused on thinking about this information and asking questions. You don't really want to be focused on trying to write detailed notes. So recording everything means that you don't have to worry about writing everything down. But the point of the software isn't just to record the audio, because if you sat in an hour-long meeting or an hour-long class and you just recorded audio and did nothing else, well, first of all, you become a passive learner, which is never particularly good, but also you just end up with a big, long audio file, which isn't particularly useful to go through afterwards. So what you actually do with Glean is you do take some notes live in the moment, but you do them very, very briefly. And there's a couple of simple ways you can do this. So if you are a text-based note taker and you are listening and you hear something and you think, oh, that's really important, I might want to listen back to that again later. Well, you can just start typing. So keep this nice and short. So I'm typing key point there, and then I press enter and it sends my note to my feed here. But as you can probably see, this note is time stamped. So this happened at 1 minute and 26 seconds. And also it has a little bullet point. And you can see that this note is linked to that exact moment in time in the audio. And this is what allows you to be brief, because you don't need to write out the detail of what that key point is. You're really just bookmarking your audio so that when you've got more time after class or after that meeting, you can go and find that information, listen back to it, and write the details up in your own time. And that really is the principle of the software. But there are a few other tools that are really useful. Some people don't like to write notes. Some people find that a challenge. So what you can do instead is use these labels down the bottom instead. So these are relatively self-explanatory. If you click and hold the heading label, it will put a heading into your notes. I tend to use this personally in meetings when we're going through different topics or agenda points. It's a nice way to break your notes up into sections, and you can see it puts the heading in here and it puts it on the right-hand side as well. We've also added a few other ones. So often what you think is, oh, that's important. So we've got an important label. So again, to apply this, just click and hold and it pops it in here. And just like the text note earlier, you can see it's time-stamped, linked to a moment in time in the audio. You can combine these approaches if you want, though. There's no harm in using text and labels together. So perhaps someone has just mentioned about an exam, so you start typing exam, and then you decide, oh, I need to review this later. Well, you can also give it a label as well. So it's not just text or labels, you can do both of them together. And we've also got another tool in here, which I've been using a lot more frequently recently, and that is the ability to assign yourself tasks. So let's say at the moment, the teacher says you've got an essay due and it needs to be handed in at the end of next week, and they start giving you details about what's in that essay. Well, I can go and click on this task button. I might just type a brief note, essay, and I can even give this a due date. So I can say this is due at the end of next week, and then send that to my feed. So there's lots of different note types you can use in Glean. Now, the last thing to show you is the slides, because I've imported slides into here and you can see them, but I haven't actually used any of them yet. So the idea would be that if you were in class and the teacher moves to the next slide and you want to include that in your notes, you can click on the post next slide button. But you don't always have to post every single slide. You can be selective if you want, because you have these forward and back arrows. So perhaps you want to skip forward a few slides. You can go straight to the one you want to include and then just post that one to your feed, and it posts it as if it was a heading and even gives you the title. And my last little tip about how to use this live, and this is to do with the slides, is that it's a little unknown tip in Glean. If you've added a slide to your notes and there was some text on that slide, quite often that text on there might help form the basis of your own notes. So what you can do in Glean, if you hover over one of these slides you've added, you can click this icon here, and it will post the text from that slide to your notes for you, saving you the time of writing this out, and then you can edit these as you will afterwards. Honestly, give this a go. Ask me for an account and give this a go in your next meeting or class or whenever you're learning something. It's really straightforward to pick up. So that's part one of my little demo. Plenty of time to show you the rest of this, because what I've been showing you so far is what you would do live in the moment. At this point, I do not have a complete set of notes though. Now I'm just going to go into a demo file I've got in here to show you what a more complete file might look like after you've done this. So this is a demo file. As you can see, lots of audio I've captured in here. I've put some slides, I've put some brief notes, but it's not a complete set of notes yet. But what I can do is turn this into a complete set of notes a lot easier now, because I can go back to the parts that are relevant and write things up in more detail. So let's pick on a few things. So I've identified something as important here and wrote the word assignment. So this is clearly something I'd want to listen back to. So I don't have to hunt for that information. I just hover over it and then click the play button.
For your first assignment on this course, you'll be asked to analyse the extent to which sci-fi movies obey the scientific rules of time travel.
Of course, you can listen back to this as many times as you need, and then you can go in here and then add to your notes and edit your notes. I'm not going to write anything out there, but you get the idea. You can add as much or as little detail in there as you want to. Now, you might have noticed when I was playing that audio back, we were just listening to the audio. But you also have the option of transcribing that audio as well. And if you want to see the transcript, all you need to do is switch from this audio view we've got here into the text view. And this just gives you an alternative option when you're playing it back. Now, I'm just going to scroll down to what is my favorite film, Interstellar. And I'm just going to play this section back, but we'll leave it in the text mode so you can hear the audio, but also see how the transcript is displayed during playback as well.
And it's worth noting that thanks to Kip Thorne's involvement, Interstellar is considered by far the most scientifically accurate time travel film to date. So it should definitely be the top of your watch list.
So basically you have the option, either listen or listen and see the transcript as well. One of the advantages of having the transcript though, as you might suspect, is that although notes are better done in your own words, sometimes you might just want to grab what somebody said. So let's say, for example, you want to grab this sentence here. Well, you can just highlight the part from the transcript that you want, and then you can post it over into your notes. Saves you a little bit of time. And then just to finish this off, a couple of cool little tools, not really essential tools, but tools that I certainly use. There are lots of different types of other notes you can add into here as well. So I'm going to show you a couple of them. The first one is the ability to add images, because we have an integrated image search within Glean. So maybe I want to look for an image of Interstellar. So I'm going to click on this plus button and then click on this image. And then I can search for an image directly in here. So I can't spell it, Interstellar. It will then return lots of results for me. This is powered by Microsoft Bing, in case you're wondering. And then if I want to use any of these images in my notes, I just click on them, it'll go and grab it and drop it straight in there. I find this really useful because it breaks up a wall of text with some imagery. We also have direct links to Wikipedia. So if you want a quick article on something, you can do that as well. So if I click on here, and this time I click my definition card button, I can do a Wikipedia search. So I'm going to search for Interstellar again. If there are multiple possible answers, it will display the multiple possible answers. You select the one you want to use, and then it will go and grab a snippet from Wikipedia and put that into your notes. So they're not exactly essential features, but I think they're pretty cool ones, which can help really enrich the notes that you're creating. And that is a whistle-stop tour of what you can do within Glean. Like I say, there's more to it, and if you've never seen it before, perhaps most of that you may not remember, but I will very much encourage you to get in touch request one of those licenses. I will set you up free of charge, no strings attached. And I'll also provide you a link to this page, which is your go-to resource for anything you need Glean related. So we got demo videos in here and presentation slides and links to more detailed webinars that we do. So again, I'll drop that link into the chat pane after this as well. And hopefully that's a nice little introduction to Glean for you.
Hey, Lee, there was one question in here about somebody who might have a vision impairment. Is there any way to change contrast or size of text in the transcripts and in the overall management of the product?
So we have a dark theme built into here, which is the high contrast theme. So if you prefer kind of to jump into that one, there's an icon up here. It will turn the black background black, the text white. If you were going to want to increase the text size, to be honest, and this is what I would recommend on any web page, I would just use the page zoom, because that's kind of easier to do it than within the software itself.
Right. I'm not sure who asked that question, but I just wanted to point it out. But great. Thanks so much.